Hey everyone, it's me, Chibi Tabitha. I'm bringing to you today a game called Swooning Over Stands, a Gravity Falls dating simulator. Now, this thing has been out for a while. I can't tell you how many years, but I remember when it was released because I follow the artist whose art you can see right now. Their name is Sovonite. I'm unsure if you can find them on Twitter, but 100% you can find them on Tumblr. They were real big in drawing Grunkle fan art. I've been a big fan. I've bought a bunch of their keychains. I've never played this. My friends and I have been watching Gravity Falls because one of them's never seen it, and because we're watching it, I was thinking about this game, and I was like, I've never played it, so here I am with this today for you, and I'm very excited, so let's get into it. Now I did have to go in and adjust the volume just a touch, because I felt really loud to me. Hopefully it's fine for you guys. You'll have to let me know down in the comments. I can probably adjust it. Unsure. I'll get back to you on that. Good old road trips, full of promise and ripe with potential for future adventure, soul-searching, and incredible scenery. Or at least, that's what you thought before the novelty wore thin. As of now, your legs are cramping up, you've exhausted your travel playlist 2 times over, and your stomach is begging for something to eat. On top of all that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Now, kids, when you go on road trips, always pack car snacks. Pack more car snacks than you think you need. Stuff that holds room temperature, maybe a little warmer, because things get melty. I accidentally brought granola bars with chocolate chips. It was a messy nightmare. Don't do that. Don't do that. 4-hour car trip with messy granola bars, not a fan. Not a fan at all. But yeah, car snacks. Big fan of car snacks. Driving through Oregon paints a picture of trees, and more trees, especially on the endless winding roads that you're taking up north. All that breaks the pattern is a sign that zips past with words that you're just able to make out. Gravity Falls. The road continues on, giant redwoods looming on both sides. I don't know why I can't speak. You find yourself anticipating something, because as you drive on, you can feel it. Something strange is about to something here. Something weird. And that's when it happens. Your car picks up speed. The change came out of nowhere, and you quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly, the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Stephen King's no. Carrie? No. No. Oh, it starts with a C. The car. Oh, no. It's gonna bother me. Hang on. Everybody hold on. I gotta look this up. This is a nightmare. Christine! It's Christine. God, that was gonna bother me. I'm so sorry, everyone. I got sidetracked. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, so our car just turned into Christine. That's good, that's great. Trying to stay calm despite the panic welling in your chest, you pull the emergency brake, only to find that the car resists and keeps moving forward, like something is pulling it. The car begins to rattle, the wheels screech against the country road, and you're screaming until... crash! Oh, the art's so good, guys. Look at it. Look at how good that art is. Sorry, it's summertime. Gotta stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, kids. Car trips. Hydration. Probably also would put forward the need for a pit stop. For pit cola. There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough, fumble for the door, and manage to undo the lock just before the door is wrenched outward from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Are you alright? I told myself I wasn't gonna do that, and we're gonna have to keep that in because that's probably amazing. This is Kiki Cat's art. I think the handle's Kiki Cat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at his perfect face. Hang on, guys. I can't get a hold of myself. This is embarrassing. I told myself I wouldn't do this. Okay, I'm fine. It's fine. Guys, it's fine. Okay. A man stands at your open car door. His hand on your shoulder leaves to tilt your head up, and he pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining it in your eyes. 2 blinks, and he lets your chin go. His eyes dart over the rest of you, looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What's your name? My name's Regular Person, yeah. Oh, honey, you can call me whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna put in my name. I forgot to put in my name, it's me. My pronouns. Sherry. I'm Stanford Pines. Ford for short. I would shake your hand, but you look shaken up enough as it is. You seem fine, as far as I can tell, but you shouldn't head back out there anytime soon. Where on earth were you driving in such a hurry? Into your arms! Into your arms! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for and unnecessary. And I'm sorry. That's so funny. You open your mouth to exhale when a voice calls from inside the house. Poindexter, this better not be one of your experiments again. I've had this place rebuilt too many times, too. I can't look at it directly. It's like looking into the sun. The owner of the voice walks out of the house and stops slack-jawed at the sight of your car and the sight of, you're guessing, his house. Look at him! Look at him! He's in casual clothes. Oh, it's so good. You must have hit your head earlier because you could swear you're seeing double. No, one's a twunk. Why did I say twunk? He's not a twunk. He's twunk. And one's built like a man, a boxer. He's built like a boxer because he is a boxer. He's big and burly up top, and he's got scrawny little chicken legs. Sweet Moses, Ford, you've done it this time. What? This had nothing to do with me. I was testing my magnet gun and it must have pulled this victim of circumstance into the house. I suppose it is entirely my fault. I'm incredibly sorry. I would cry, personally. Like, actually, I would cry if this ever happened. Hot Man 1 and Hot Man 2 just fucking deceased on the ground. Heart failed. It's fine. Okay, apparently if you take too long, the choices go. I'm gonna reassure myself, because I don't know what else to do. I can't believe this. My car? What's going on? Who are these men? Why did this have to happen to you? Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get through this. Hey look, it's fine, alright? Sure, there's a dent in the hood from the shack signage and a crack in the windshield that looks like an ominous triangle, but I'm sure she'll still run. You try to start the car, it splutters, but ultimately, nothing happens. You feel like crying. Oh. Well, let's call it tow truck for this unfortunate soul here and forget. I'll take care of it. You're right, it is cheaper to tow it yourself, Sixer. Get that magnet gun out again. No, Stanley, I'm going to fix this. Stanley, what? Ha! You fix this mess? I figured out a few alien vehicles in my time. Nah, you kidding me? It'd take some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life, and this miracle worker is on vacation. Please, sir. Please, sir. Grease monkey car, please. I'm just opening my mouth and saying the most embarrassing things. Mouth, foot, you know. Stanley, a moment. Ford and Stanley turn away and you're left to your thoughts. Who could anticipate a car accident like this in the middle of a road trip? You can take care of the car, but how are you going to get home? There are buses out here, right? So you take a bus out of here, and then... Ford clears his throat, shifting a little awkwardly in place. Seems like they've finished their talk. Oh, they put this... That's such a cute touch. I didn't realize that they had the six-fingered hand in the corner. No, that's so cute. That's so cute. I'm literally, so, because, like I said, I was watching Gravity Falls, I have the journal right here, and so, like, that's such a cute touch. Oh my gosh, I love fan games so much. They have so much heart. I dropped something. I hope it wasn't important. It was probably a pen. Probably. So there are a few options. My brother Stanley here could drive you out to town to find a place to stay for the night, or you could stay the night here. We have some maps and information you can look at in the gift shop, and in the morning we can help you with your car. What do you say? Just as you're about to answer, another high-pitched voice comes from inside the house. Grunkle Stan, picture this. A whole week of, oh my gosh. It's so cute! I'm sorry. This is mostly gonna be freaking out the whole time. I'm sorry. Oh. The girl that runs out of the house comes to a halt at the side of your car. Oh, great. Uncle Ford? Why is it that everyone automatically thinks I'm at fault? Well, this time it is my fault, but I've invited Sherry here to stay with us for the night if she'd like. I'm sure I can fix this. I just have to figure out how. Stanley sighs. I can take a look. Being on vacation is pretty boring, and the old Stanmobile hasn't needed a tune-up yet, so it wouldn't be too bad to work on something in the meantime. Thank you, Stanley. I'm sure I can put something together from the gadgets I have laying around if you need any specialized tools to help you with the job. And let me introduce myself. I'm Maple. You can ask me anything. I pretty much know everything there is to know about this place. Wait, hold on. I haven't even said anything yet. I appreciate your offer to let me stay. And to repair your car. Yeah, it'll be as good as new in my hands. I mean, look at my Stanmobile. She's been through the ringer who knows how many times, and she's still a beaut. He points out a red car parked a distance away. You can't really see how beautiful it is at this distance, but he sounds really confident. Well, this turn of events is... I mean, it is suspicious. Like, your car's randomly magnetized by this dude. This dude just randomly is messing around with... It's fine, it's fortuitous. It is actually fortuitous. Car probably needed a tune-up in the first place. Free repairs? Free lodging? There's no better deal to be found, and if things don't work out, the town probably has some sort of auto repair shop you can head to instead. Well, I accept. Thanks for the help. And my apologies again. What an embarrassment. I must have made such an elementary mistake. It's so pretty. I love the lineless quality and the light. Oh, it's good. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. As the pines lead you inside the house, Mabel leaves her number in your phone for you to call whenever, and you find out Ford's twin goes by Stan. This part's the house, but just outside that door is the Mystery Shack. Hey, you ever been in the Mystery Shack before? I wanted to, actually. I saw a bumper sticker while I was on the road and got curious You're interrupted by a loud, triumphant "Ha!" Those bumper stickers were a good investment, and Sixer says they're too plain and graphically simplistic and don't even have an address on them. Stanley, how is anyone supposed to find the place to attract customers? Sixer, did you hear that? Well, they are graphically simplistic. I don't know how she found the place, let alone thought, what is the mystery shack, was compelling. I kinda liked it. See? She kinda liked it. Hey, I like you, Sherry. How about I give you a tour sometime tomorrow? Regular price. Were you gonna upcharge me? Were you gonna overcharge me? Tomorrow? Then I'll have to squeeze all my get-to-know-you questions in today. Sherry, tell me, capybara, yes or no? At that moment, a boy passes in the hallway at the far doorway, and Ford calls out to him, Dipper, my boy, I'm surprised I didn't see you run out to the scene of the crime. Crime? What crime? I have an alibi, I swear. Oh, you have someone with you. Haha, hey, I'm not suspicious at all. He's wearing Wendy's hat. He's wearing Wendy's hat. He's wearing Wendy's hat. I feel like I should be wearing, like, flannel and a baseball hat so I can, really live up to the Wendy vibes, and so my friends can make fun of me because I'm a redhead that owns flannel that's plaid. Oh, God. But it's summer, and it's hot, and no thank you. Did you guys see that car inside of the shack, though? For a second, I thought the Manitors were back with grudge. Yes, about that. Dipper, meet Sherry. I've, stranded her car here by accident. She's staying here for the time being. Sorry, stranded her car here? You crashed it? Yeah, the S and shack fell on it and everything, and the windows are cracked. One window, the windshield. And Sherry was lucky to make it out alive. She's fine, no injuries thankfully. The magnet gun's rather safe despite never having been tested in a formal setting. Yeesh. Did you not, take safety precautions or anything? Actually, the irony of the situation is that I was trying to install a safety precaution. Hey, if you two are gonna do your nerd talk, I'm gonna get Sherry set up. Mabel, sweetie, why don't you show Sherry around? Let her stay in, the storage room. That's still empty, right? I'll make it empty. I mean... Okay, here's the thing about the storage room, I think, was actually Ford's old room. It may have been the thought might have been a guest room at some point, because it does have an adjoining bathroom. Maybe an office space? Unsure. I remember watching Ford sleep on the couch. I remember Stan sleeping on the couch. I can sleep on the couch. Just saying. The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room you'll be staying in, then the kitchen, and then the living room, and the hallway, and the bathroom, and pretty much a comprehensive tour of the mundanities. Oh my god. You know, for only speaking one language, I suck at it. Of a regular house. Eventually, you find out that the family is even more extended than you knew. The decorative doilies make a lot more sense knowing a grandmother normally lives here, and her grandson, Zeus. Or was it Zeus? Whatever the name, you look forward to meeting him when he comes for work in the morning. When you go up to the attic, Mabel opens the door to reveal Dipper, nose stuck in his book, but you catch him occasionally glancing up at you as he pretends to read. The next member of the family snorts up at you from Mabel's bed, a rotund pink pig, who Mabel declares as her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. The two are a perfect match, right down to the chubby cheeks and boopable noses. And in the evening, though, you'd still be in disbelief over the state of your car, the family dinner and after-dinner TV marathon you'd been invited to made it seem like a normal guest stay rather than a forced circumstance. Did I read that right? Oh, wrong storage room. This is where they kept the wax figures. Ha 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 ha. Ha. I was thinking the break room. Returning to the storage room, Mabel had shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you, and more pillows and sheets than a summer night warrants. Okay, so here's the thing. It gets really hot in the summer, but because they live in the middle of nowhere, it can actually get really cold at night. I went to stay at a friend's uncle's place with said friend. I wasn't just staying at a random friend's uncle's place by myself. But, like, I went over to hang out with him, and I stayed the night because it's, like, it's a little bit out of the city. It's not in the city. And, like, it got cold at night. I'm the kind of person who's always overheating. I'm always on fire. I burn with the fires of 1,000 suns. There's currently a sheet draped over my window because me and the sun, not friends. But, like, when I stayed out there, it got cold at night. Like, unbelievably cold. For summer, it was wild. Like, had to use a blanket wild. It was nuts. Anyways, you wake to the weak glare of sunlight streaming in through the small, high window in the wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel or motel room for that matter. And then yesterday comes crashing back to you. You glance at the time to see that you've slept into the afternoon. Experiencing the accident yesterday must have left you tired out. Yeah. I would guess. So good. Despite having been assured yesterday evening that you were free to anything in the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Pines family and try preparing as polite a guest breakfast as you can. You wash your dishes in the sink before you leave, and just as you're about to exit the kitchen, you bump into Ford. Excuse. Yes, from yesterday, of course. For a good solid moment, Ford regards you in awkward silence. Why do you wear your coat in the house? Ford clears his throat. I believe Stanley's taking a look at your car outside if you want to be there for it. You give a nod and make to leave for real this time when Ford speaks up again. And Sherry, I'm sorry again for the accident. If I'd been smarter about, well, let's just say it's entirely my fault and you shouldn't worry about this at all. When it comes down to it, Stanley does have a knack for cars. I predict you'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. Weeks? Weeks. You can't keep the dismay off your face, and can't really bring yourself to try to either. What am I gonna do with weeks? Ford, who'd gone kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers at the prospect of a question he can answer. Well, there's the town to tour, of course. And the Mystery Shack. But, if you ask me, all that pales in comparison to... Hold on. Do you hear that? Ford turns to the kitchen doorway to investigate. Sounds like... The sound comes again, and this time you hear it as well. The squeal of a pig, followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. Waddles tumbles past the open kitchen doorway, and Mabel comes into view soon after, a few sheets of paper clutched in hand. Ford steps quickly out of the kitchen, and you follow to the doorway, getting there just in time to see the apparent tug-of-war between Mabel and her pig over a saliva-covered sheet of paper. The paper rips, and after nearly toppling backward from her effort, Mabel recovers, snatching the scrap of ripped paper from Waddle's jaw and lifting both pieces up victoriously. Ha ha! Mabel wins again! Now I just gotta find Grunkle Ford! Ford, who'd run forward and held a hand out to steady this energetic child when she'd been in danger of toppling over, now finds a number of crumpled sheets of paper shoved into his hands. Mabel tugs urgently at his coat. Grunkle Ford, you've got to help me! Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious, though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel. What's the matter? Dipper found a stack of pages from your old journals, and I walked in, and Waddles ran up and started eating one, and he must have been chewing on it to warn me, Grunkle Ford, because look! Mabel takes the ripped halves of paper back from Ford's hand and joins them together, holding it up for Ford to see. I see. And you took it as a warning? Yes, it says here that it eats small dogs, and Waddles is a small pig, but he sort of looks like a dog from far away, and Waddles must have feared for his life. Waddles. Waddles seems to second this notion with a snort, or not, as it seems the pig is lounging adorably a short distance away in the hallway. You can't imagine what this dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf? Something bigger? You're suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. Wonder why. Remember the pterodactyl I told you about? Waddles was so scared that time. I can't let him leave my side. Do you still have the Huggy Wuggy, baby? Oh, what was it? Huggy Wuggy Fun Time? No. Huggy Wuggy. I legitimately watched the episode, like, last week or something. Huggy Wuggy. Love Time Bun. Nope. Pterodactyl? You suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here? How about I finish that repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Waddles safe from harm. Mabel flops down on the floor in relief. Grunkle Ford, you are an actual lifesaver. Waddles, you have nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of the kneel and standing back up. Alright, I'll go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave, and you suddenly remember that with nothing better to do for the weeks you're going to be here, it wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford. He seems to know what there is to do around town anyway, and you'll need that to not die of boredom in the first week. Or more pressingly, you could go check on your car and see what Stan's made of it so far. You're not exactly eager to face seeing your car in the side of the house again, though. So what should you do? I'm gonna save. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. This is so difficult for me, guys. Ford? Or Stan? Ford? Or Stan? So, I love Stan. I love Ford. I love both of them. I love them both to bits and pieces. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that it's such a struggle. I was like, I don't know, guys. Who should I pick? Which Stan do I pick? I'm gonna pick Stan. I'm gonna pick Stan. After Ford leaves, Mabel rolls away with her pig towards the living room, and you head out of the house in search of Stan. The Mystery Shack should only have 4 main sides, but you feel like you've made your rounds past 5 of them before finally seeing your absolute wreck of a car. You swear it looks even worse than it did when you crashed it. Stan stands before it, hands on his hip as he looks at the large wooden S that's made an indent in the car's hood. How bad is it? Can't tell yet, not till I get this letter off the hood. That S never did like to stay in place. Mystery hack, huh? Look, if you're gonna insult me... Oh, you were reading the sign. I'm fixing that later, alright? Just avert your eyes. Don't look at it. I'll offer to help. I've got nothing else to do. Weeks! Guess we should fix it as soon as possible, then. Sounds good to me. Give me a hand here, would you? Stan directs you to help him push the wooden S off of the car. It stalls a little in its own dent, but with another firm shove, its end meets the ground. Stan gives it another push with a grunt, and it tips, falling completely to the ground with a whomp. Now that it's free of its burden, Stan lifts up the dented hood of the car to take a look inside. He hums and he haws, and he rubs a hand over his chin in thought, walking over to his toolbox, grabbing a tool before walking back, still assessing the damage. Yeah, this one's gonna take a while. You've got parts that need replacing, not to mention she's not gonna look so hot after this. Not unless Ford's got the tech squirreled away somewhere that can smooth out these dents. The more he tells you of the situation, the more this all sinks in. You really are stuck here. Stan spots your worried frown. Hey, Sherry, right? Look, I know how this sounds, but with me on the job, you'll be all set and back on that road in no time. You think so? Kid, I know so. I've even got a plan to get those replacement parts of yours. Might not be able to clean up all the scuff marks after I'm done, but she'll run. And hey, so maybe you've got to stay a couple days. So what? There are worse places to get stranded. Believe me. In fact, I'd even say the Mystery Shack is the best place to get stranded. We've got all tons of stuff for people just passing through. Merchandise, magic, mystery, any other M words, mayhem, you get the idea. Stan tosses the tool in his hand back into the toolbox, exchanging it for another. He works for a while longer in your silence, metallic clanks and the occasional heavy breath, all that mixes in with the sounds of the outdoors. You stand by, awkward, uncomfortable, and a little useless. Can I help with anything? Know anything about cars? No. Stan straightens, cracks his back, and sits down the tool before leaning casually against the nearest load-bearing surface. He wipes his forehead, lets his hand fall to his waist, and gives you an assessing look. How about collages, tall tales, improv? Collages? Yeah, it's collages. I was like, colleges? And I was like, no, that's not right. I can read. I can English. I promise, I can English. I'm so bad. Yeah, I think I can handle that, but what does that have to do with this? You gesture at your stranded car, held in limbo between life and death by nothing other than Stan Pine's car experience and a little luck. Nothing. I was planning on having you help me help Seuss around the shack. A favor for a favor. What do you say? Well, it's more interesting than helping Ford with his pest problem? You accept. Alright, follow me. You follow Stan back into the Mystery Shack, passing by the showroom and getting a glimpse of an energetic figure leading a flock of tourists through a veritable sea of obviously fabricated oddities. You hear the words, "And this is the ninth wonder of the world," right in the Mystery Shack, so it makes this place world famous, dudes! Stan notices your pace slowing as you listen and tosses an explanation back for you. That's Seuss. During operating hours, he's the Mystery Shack's one and only Mr. Mystery. I told him if he didn't have to keep the shack running while he's on vacation, but the kid's got a passion for the role. You interested in this kind of stuff? I was thinking about going on a tour. Feels weird now that you're staying at a tourist trap, though, and you were kind of going to poke fun at the exhibits. Harder to do when you have to live around your tour guide. It's fine, really. Nah, I think I want to give you a tour of the place. You'll get one from the founder himself. You ever hear of one of my plugs on the radio? You weren't really paying attention to the radio during the drive, just taking in the Oregon scenery. See the signs pointing to this place over a mile down the road? Again, you were pretty preoccupied with the Oregon scenery, but you guess you did see some signs with a question mark on them. That's some vague advertising. Just seeing what works. Bumper stickers, huh? Heh, still got one on Ford. Anyway, follow me, folks. Well, folk, get ready to be amazed. He's not doing it in the Mr. Mystery suit. Stan starts leading you back the way you came. You trail behind him, a little skeptical, but definitely curious. Didn't you say the founder would lead this tour? Is Seuss the founder? Stan laughs. What? No, I'm the founder. Built this place from the ground up. I feel like you should have, like, suspenders and be like... Sorry, I'm adjusting in my seat. Sitting down hurts sometimes, guys. I gotta get a better, like, cushion or something. Better chair. I need a better chair. Oh my god. I looked at the time and I'm like, oh, this is getting long. Okay. Well, metaphorically speaking, I mean, the house was here and the junk was here, but I was the one who spun this place into a wondrous house of mysterious junk. Stan gestures with his arms like he's smoothing out a rainbow. You're not very impressed. Prepare to be amazed. You're still not very impressed, but his energy gets you hoping you'll be amazed anyway. There's a tour group in the showroom right now, so I'll be taking you in a different cycle that completely misses them. We're starting in the gift shop. Okay, I'm gonna stop here for now. I'm gonna save again. Save. Man of mystery. I probably actually should have stopped when I made the choice to start this, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure I chose the Stan path, I think. But anyways, for now I'm gonna leave it here, so that way we can get back into it for the tour, see where Stan takes us, how the tour goes, how it's like to spend time with Stan, who's going to hopefully fix our car so we can hightail it out of the state of Oregon. Where? I wonder where we're from. That's the real question. That's the real mystery. Mr. Mystery, where are we from? Anyways, thank you guys for joining me for Swooning with Stans Part 1. I'm still so embarrassed with my reaction to seeing them for the first time, but I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you all so much, and if you liked the video, give me that little thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye!